Shorty Mona Lisa, I'ma play her like I'm violent. I feel like the island, we gon' take her to the island.
Tough loss for the Fever, but positive news. I do think this is Caitlin Clark's last game sitting out. Maybe Sophie too. But some also negative news is that might have been McDonald's last game with the Fever. She had another great game. She had about 14 points. In my opinion, they got to do everything in their power to keep her, because if they release her, I almost 1,000% guarantee she's going to the sky. Like almost, like if I had to guess it, I can almost 1,000% guarantee she's going to the sky, no question. I don't know what they're going to do in that situation. It says, will McDonald be able to stay on Indiana Fever after Caitlin Clark and Sophie return? It says, no, her contract will be terminated by default once either Clark or Cunningham become game ready. So if Clark or Cunningham come back next game, she's done. That's it. And then it says, if a team during a regular season as a result of injuries, illness, other conditions, circumstances that have affected his players has fewer than 10 on his roster who are able to play, it may apply to the WNBA to obtain an exception to sign one or more replacement players. She made the most out of a hardship contract that she possibly could. Like, she got people looking into, how the hell can we keep her on the team? But the reality of it is, like, I feel like once she put her name in, she gone. Like, I think she's gonna get a bigger opportunity elsewhere. I hope they can keep her. The only way to keep her is they got to give up Sid Colson or Bree Turner. And in my opinion, I think the smart basketball move is to give up Bree, but I don't know if they do it. As far as depth, I think they're losing a player to the Euro something. So Euro Cup, Euro Basket, something like that. So I don't know how they plan on doing that. I saw this tweet. It said people really tried to push dumb agendas that Caitlin Clark was not that vital because the Fever won against the Sky and the Mystic. ATL didn't play well today. RH wasn't even a factor. ATL had more turnovers, less threes, but Fever got blown out. We need CC back. I agree. We do need her back, especially for this Liberty game, because this is going to be a really big game, this Liberty. Try to get revenge. I hope she's not like rusty because she's been out for 2 weeks, but this upcoming game is a very key game. I expect her and Sophie to be back.
What went wrong in that quarter? Yeah, I think they hit us in the mouth. I felt like they did that a little bit in the first quarter too, and we were able to regroup. Their physicality on the defensive end really affected us. It took us out of what we wanted to do and forced us to rush offensively. And they've got really good shifty guards that can get downhill, and we didn't do a good job of guarding our yard or being in rotation. And they've got great post players. They got Olympians on this roster, right? And our ability to match that physicality on the defensive end, our positioning, our connectedness, I thought wasn't there, and they took advantage of it. I don't know if it was different. I just felt like we handled it better early in the ballgame. I feel like it's been that way all season for us. But again, I think that an area for growth for us is like, we've got to be able to play through that. Obviously, it's being able to happen, so we've got to find a way to play through that. We've got to use physicality in a way that we can, use our movements and some of our pressure releases against them. We've got to find a way to finish with contact. I felt like the other thing that it forced us to do today was get very tunnel vision. We got away from moving the ball. We got a lot of ISO threes instead of a lot of kick out threes. And so it forced us to be a little bit more tentative and tunnel vision.
I find that comment pretty interesting because yesterday Kelsey Plum went really viral talking about the refs. Tried more than anyone in the league. So to shoot 6 free throws is fucking absurd. They fouled the fuck out of me. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking tired of it. No, similar to like her, Kelsey Plum, Kelsey Mitchell, she had a couple drives like this game, like the play where she got the tech. She had a couple drives, she got a layup, she was fouled, they didn't call nothing. I know even Steph White got a tech. There's been a lot of different plays, and I said a part of the reason why I didn't think CC should come back was because I knew how physical playing ATL would be. So I was right on that, and on top of that, the refs don't be calling stuff. So her coming back from a quad injury to a really physical game like playing against ATL, it would have been tough, but I'm going to play this.
Also, though, I'm going to get fined for saying this, but, I drive more than anyone in the league. So to shoot 6 free throws is fucking absurd. And I got scratches on my face, I got scratches on my body, and these guards on the other team get these ticky-tack fouls, and I'm sick of it. I get fouled like that every possession. Ricky gets fouled like that in the post all the time, and they don't call it, and I don't know what else to do. It's really frustrating, though. I'm I feel, there's multiple shots at the end of the game, either into the third, into the fourth, where they're just coming and just fucking swinging, and they just don't call anything. And I don't understand how that's 6 free throws. Playing 40 minutes, touching the paint almost every play is absurd. It's absurd. And so I'm saying, I'll get fined for that, and that's fine, but I mean, and I needed to make more shots, like, late game, but, I mean, they're fouling the shit out of me every single play. So I'm very frustrated with that, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I don't know what I need to do. I talk to the refs nice. I pray before the game. Like, fuck, I'm over it.
She sounded like she wanted to cry. So they must be hitting the shit out of her. She sounds like she wanted to cry. Oh, it's the same thing, but it's not just her. Someone said once again the Fever have to burn a challenge on ridiculously incompetent reffing. You know, so it's just like little plays. Now I understand the Fever lost by damn near 20, but they lost the game. They really lost it the third quarter. They got that 12-4 run or something like that. And then they couldn't quite, you get those couple stretches where you hit a shot and it might build a little momentum, but they just couldn't come back. And the refs played a major factor in that.
We just got to get, we got to get the guys that we practice against to continue to beat the shit out of us, right? To be physical and to make things difficult for us. And, we've got to be able to handle that. I think growth in terms of mental toughness, right? And in terms of being able to stay focused and locked in, being able to get to the next action. Being able to utilize pressure releases and not force it to freeze us are all things that we can continue to work on in practice. They got big bodies in there with Breezy and BG, and oftentimes that was a result of us being in rotation because we got beat on straight line drive, and so when we're in rotation off of straight line drives, a lot of them are roaming free, and it's tough for our bigs to come in there when they're guarding their bigs and rebound. Our guards have to do a little bit better job. I don't know what our guard rebounding was, but we've got to be able to have our guards average 3 or 4 rebounds each. Now they're a tough matchup for us, and they had their way with us tonight. She's one of my favorite players in this league. I just think that she's incredibly talented. She's gotten better every year. She continues to just allow the game to come to her. She's aggressive to the rim. Her 3-point shooting is really good. She great scores, get to the free throw line. She does that. She uses her size well. She plays off of her teammates really well. She's a tough matchup.
There's not really many excuses. I mean, I know the officiating was whatever, but at the end of the day, like, you do have to play through it. Well, the refs do gotta. I mean, I don't know how many times you got to talk to them to do a better job. But this team, they also made a lot of mistakes they could have fixed.
What they needed to do, they put pressure on us in the paint. I don't know how many we was in the paint, but they outscored us in the paint, and they was more physical than us. And that's one thing about other teams, they're going to be more physical than us. But at the end of the day, we got to stick together and outsmart them when it comes to 2 dominant post players. But we're going to watch film and learn from it and get ready for our next game on Saturday. But with us, we're a young team, and, we're still growing, we're still learning. But when it comes to teams that have dominant post players, we, have to get them out of the post. Put them in more ball screens, put them in more ball screens than anything. And instead of us trying to pound with them as well in the paint, because they're bigger and stronger than us. So we got to pull them out the paint and put them in pick and rolls to get them tired on the defensive end, so they won't be able to do anything on the offensive end.
I think Alicia Gray's who they couldn't contain her. And Brianna Jones too. She was killing them. So
physicality in the sense of just making sure that we finish through contact. I think especially for me too, needed to do a better job of that tonight, especially with their post physicality. And once again, we just have to get better stop.
What's that one line Aliyah Boston used? As I sit here in this world, I just wish the Indiana Fever could learn to play consistent basketball, and not one game looked like they got it together, and then the next game the Monstars just take their powers and they forget how to play basketball, man. God damn, y'all got belt to ass. Y'all out here making me look bad. I can't even talk shit with y'all being abysmal on the court, man. At what point do we start to get worried and start tripping about this team? They're 4-5 now. It's been 9 games. I get it. Clark has been out. Sophie's been out. But I don't know. Something just seems to be missing with this team, man. Oh, they got to learn bro. I'm tired of that, man. These are professional basketball players that eat, breathe, and sleep basketball, man. It should not be this much of a problem and a challenge to learn to play basketball with people, man. It's crazy.
Now, I agree, because McDonald came in and she learned in 2 games. You know, it took her like 2 games to get everything down. So, and as soon as she came in, it's like their chemistry was coming together. So there's really no excuse for it at this point.
Chicago Sky, they should have the Sky are a terrible team, but the Dream, they're a better team. But I expect them to compete at least more. They're not going to beat the top teams in the league if they can't hang with Atlanta. Even though Atlanta is better this year, man, but still, you're not beating the Lynx, you're not beating the Liberty in a 5 or 7 game series, however much the playoffs is now, man. But at what point do we start like having a red alert for this team? It just seems like something is just missing, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. The last year's team just seemed different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Just with this roster, I just don't know, man. Maybe you just gotta give it more time, but how much time are we giving it, man? We almost 10 games into this season. It's like, how much more time do they need to just learn to play basketball, man? It's crazy to me. Fever, you look terrible today. Horrible, man. Abysmal. Y'all couldn't hit the side of a barn, man. Like, no offense. Like, what do y'all be doing? And the defense has just been terrible. Didn't y'all say Stephanie White was a defensive coach, man? So what's the deal?
The defense has been horrible, and that's a big thing too. They have to learn to guard teams like the Dream. The Dream are such a balanced team. You got Howard, then you got Griner, and then their guards are good. So they're so balanced. So if they can't handle the Dream, because the Dream seems like they're neck and neck team. I know they got their ass whooped today, but if CC was playing and Cunningham, this would have been a completely different game. When they played the Aces, the Minnesota, Liberty, you know, they got to figure that shit out.
Like, y'all got on Christie so bad about defense and all this, and Stephanie White's a defensive specialist, but it's been a lot of bad defense stuff going on, man. Fever, you look terrible. You need to get your act together. I don't know what to say about y'all, man. What's the...
Yeah, I think they'll figure it out, man. Yeah, they're 4-5 right now. They're number 7. They got the Liberty. That's going to be a hard-ass game. Then they got the Sun. I expect them to beat the Connecticut Sun this time around. The Valkyries is going to be a tough game. This team they're not what their record looks, just like the Fever aren't what their record looks. Their schedule's about to get serious now. After the Sun, you got Valkyries, Aces, Storm. So they got to lock in, take stuff a game at a time, fix their defense. It's been shit. And then hopefully CC comes back in a good rhythm and just helps the team. And hopefully they keep McDonald, even though I know they probably won't. If she goes to free agency, I can almost guarantee the Sky going to pick her up. Because Haley, she looked like she shouldn't even be in the W today. I guarantee a team like the Sky picks her up. But let me know your thoughts on that in the comment section. And it's always, it's your boy.